Hello everybody, it's Jess. I'm back and it's the next day from when I started these, and these are dry. These are the covers for the two field guide journals I'm going to do. Now the last field guide journal I did, as I mentioned before, I did a hidden spine. So I'm going to do these differently, these two. This one I'm going to do, whoops, okay, it's all right. I'm going to do this one with the eyelets and the elastic because I love this cover. I really didn't want to cover up the spine. It's in really good shape, and I feel like I've done, it's now really sturdy, that it's reinforced with fabric. And I didn't want to do a hidden spine on this one because I like the way that this fabric came out as one continuous band. And these end pages now feel super sturdy. They have a really lovely feel to them. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. And then with this one, I think I'm going to do a sewn in spine. So I think I will sew in right over the spine. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it going on the outside from here to here. Then it'll dive into the book from here to here, and it'll go on the outside from here to here. That's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah. So I think that'll be interesting. And maybe I'll even do some beading on the outside there. Yeah, so I'm going to experiment with this one. And this one also came out really nice. I like, again, the fabric backed paper end papers feels super yummy. It's very substantial feeling. And I do want to continue to see that lovely buggy fabric. So I also took apart the signatures in the original book block, and I picked out a bunch of different ones that I want to use. So I picked out some of the black and white ones. I definitely want to use the initial page from this because it has the copyright in it and what the book was. So I'm definitely going to use that. And these had some really nice, really cool illustrations. I'm probably going to have to pare this down, but it's going to be hard because look at all these gorgeous ones too. So, yeah, this is going to be hard to choose. So I've got those to go in here. And then on this one, here are the ones that I picked for this. So again, the beginning pages have all these lovely informations. This is the wildflower one. And it has, look at these gorgeous colors. So that's, again, the wildflower. I need to reinforce this with washi tape. And I did go to my washi tape drawer and I pulled out a bunch of floral washi tapes. I don't have a lot in the way of, I have tons of floral. Look, I've got these giant white, wide ones. I've got some linen fabric tape, but I don't have a lot in the way of the insect tapes. I have this little skinny one that I love, but it's skinny. I wish this were wide. And then I have this wider one that has some butterflies on it, but I'm almost out of it. And then I have this measuring tape one, which is kind of intermediate width, but it's good. So I think I might use those. I may wind up making some insect washi tape from printables. We'll see. I'm not quite there yet. So these are my wildflower pages that I'm considering. I also pulled out a ledger page for each one. And this is each a cardstock weight coffee dyed page. This is graph paper. I coffee dyed the whole pad. So 2 goes for that, 2 goes for this. This was a great idea. I just took a whole pad and I went through each page and I brushed it and then I let it dry. And it's been so great to have that to keep going back to and just tearing out pages as I go. And this is just coffee dyed thin copy paper. So 4 for each. So we'll stick that in here. And I'll stick that in here. These are obviously going to have to all get cut down to size. And then I also picked out some scrapbook papers, which we'll have to cut down to size as well. So this is my wildflower ones. This one is from Spring Botanic, the Stamperia Spring Botanic. This one is Spring Botanic. Oops. This one is Spring Botanic. And this I can obviously share between the two. So this could be a floral one, floral, and then obviously some buggy ones. I'm not sure if I'm going to even use these, but it also has a nice little background. So that's a floral. And this one also has both plants and bugs on it. We'll see about that. And then these are the Crafts Consortium Wildflower Meadow, and these are just perfect. They have actual species names on the back and these gorgeous patterns on the front. And then this one has a little bit of a glossy bit to it for the ball jars and some really pretty flowers on the back. So I'm definitely using that for the wildflowers. And then these are the buggy ones from Spring Botanic and Wildflower Meadow. So this is obviously the perfect Spring Botanic page. And then this is Wildflower Meadow with those fun crickets or grasshoppers. And then dragonflies. And this one's got a shine to it too. So, and I think while I was originally planning on 3 signatures per book, which is what I did on this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to do 2. And that way I can, that one was lightly embellished. This one can be more heavily embellished. So let's start cutting down. So where's my insects? Let me bring back my insect book. What did I do? Here it is. So it's a pretty small, it is 7.5. So anything I do, I think should probably be 7 high. Let's see. Well, these, I suppose I could just measure these. These are 4 3/8 wide, so spread out. How big are they spread out? Are these 7 high? What are these? These are about 7 1/4 high. I don't mind doing it a little smaller so there's room. And then spread out, they're 9 wide. So I could do 8.5, which is what this sheet is, and fold it this way. And then just cut off, that's what I'll do. So I just need to cut off on these pieces of paper, not the cardstock, but these guys, the bottom part, because these are all 8.5 by 11, so to be 7 high. So 7. I do 7. Maybe I'll just go, should I do 7 1/4? Hold on, I'm doubting myself now. these were, yeah, they were absolutely 7 1/4. All right, let's do 7 1/4. And that will leave me a little bit of a tag strip at the end. So 7 1/4. 7 1/4. I could. How many things I can't think of the rest of these, but I can. Oops, let's do that one separately. Because that's a different size. Because that is a real vintage ledger page. So this one is 7 3/4 wide. So if I wanted it to do 9, I'm just confused myself. These are going to get folded in like this. So, and that's just a smidge taller. So it should be 7 1/4 this way. And then 9 wide. And that will get folded like that. Let's just make sure that that does work. Beautifully. Okay. So those are going to go in there. Let's look at our, so these need to be 9 wide and 7 1/4 tall. So let's do our 7 1/4. I'm going to keep that 7 1/4 tall. And then 9 wide, but I don't need to cut it. Hold on, let me pull in my scoreboard. I can fold this. Excuse me. So 9 wide, I'm just going to score. I want this to be, I can score that at 1 inch and make a little side tuck there. Now I think I'm going to leave that so that it's a flap. So I'm going to score at 9. So this will fold in and will be a pocket. And then this will fold over, and I can do some kind of a flip attached to this page. Like that. Okay, that's good. Like that. Yep, that works. So I can do the same thing with these. So I think I'm going to hold off on this one because, or maybe I'll cut this one in half and each signature will have one of these in it. It's not too heavy. Okay, so this will be a signature cover. So let me cut this to height. So it needs to be 7 1/4 tall. And one of the nice things about this paper is it really isn't directional. The bugs are every which way. So you can kind of just go with it. 7 1/4. And then score at 9. Three or 9. Score at 3 on this one. Oops, that cracked there a little, but that's okay. I will fix that with washi. Oh, I thought I was doing this. I am. I'm doing this like this. I don't know why sometimes it cracks and sometimes it doesn't. Those are mostly upside down, as it turns out. All right, well, so they'll both have flips on the front and pockets in the back. That's fine. I don't mind that. Okay, so that's good. We have, oh, what did I say I was going to do with this? I was going to cut this in half, and each one was going to get 1. So it'll be a wonky height, but that's okay. So we're going to cut it at 6. Cut it at 6. So each one gets 1, and then I think what I'll do is I will fold this in half. 9 wide. 9 wide leaves 3 left over. I could do yeah, this is good. I'm going to do this on the outside because this one has some other pattern there. Or I could do one way and one the other. There you go. So that's going to get folded like this. And then I can fold 1 1/2 inch in on either side. So I'm going to do this one this way. And then 1 1/2 inch in is right there. On that one. And there on that one. So these will both have tucks. Like that. And that one can sit up high and one can sit low. Yep. Okay, so maybe I'll go a little bit past 1 1/2 inch on this one. A little bit past so that it's not pokey outy at all. And then same on this side. And those will be tucks. All right, and these are all scraps that I will not throw away, but I will find a use for. Whoops, my ruler was in there. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing on the wildflower one. And the next time I come back, they will all be kind of collated and ready for some embellishing. I think I'm going to wait to sew them in so that in case I want to do some sewing on the pages, I'll be able to do that freely. So thank you for checking in with me. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. And I will be doing a second video today later on that will probably go up Wednesday on some buggy embellishments, which I'm very excited about. And maybe some wildflower ones too. So once again, have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Bye-bye.